Hello everyone, this is Ved Prakash Singh from IITC. We will discuss about authorized gas tester. In this video, we'll ensure that this video remains short, simple and crystal clear. I am very confident this session is surely going to add value in your learnings, which will help you to carry out your job safely, effectively, efficiently, and it will increase chance to get more job opportunities. Guys, this program is very useful to all industrial professionals who are involved in day-to-day design, construction, commissioning, operation, and of course maintenance, including operator, maintenance, personnel, electrical engineer, instrument engineer, mechanical engineer, production engineer, civil engineer, and anything. Specifically, this program is designed in such a way that it will surely help to the fresh graduates like engineering graduates, science graduates, art or commerce graduate who would like to explore their career in the industry like oil and gas, petroleum, refineries, fertilizer, chemicals, pharmaceuticals, steel plant, process industry, power plant, and any other industry. And I can guarantee you, I can tell you that those guys who can take regular classes, they will skill themselves, they will master themselves, and of course, on the updation of the CV, you can get a job. You can also join the advanced certificate courses after this session if you need. So, guys, this is me, Ved Prakash. I will not be going through line by line. If you are interested, you can go through my LinkedIn profile to know much more thing about me. And if you go ahead here, this is IITC profile. This is where I do work. We provide various kind of services across the industry in India and Middle East. Beginning from, you can see the legal compliance management, risk management. I will be not reading it, but I would like to explore and say that manpower consultancy out services as well as various technical diplomas are there. Anybody interested can go through these diploma courses. This is definitely going to add value in your education, in your skill and knowledge, which will help you, if you are a student, can increase the possibility of getting a job. If you are a professional, you can get better job. So this is what I wanted to tell you. And if you are interested, you can go through much more that. Now we are saying that key competencies. These are the key competencies of our organizations where we do work. You can go through if you are interested. This is how we do work. Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much. So guys, we are going to see the training logistics very quickly. So here in the first one, when you are going for this training, during this program, you will come across quiz. So this quiz is to refresh your knowledge, your learnings till that point of time. So please participate in the quiz. These questions may be objective or subjective. You can select some questions, you can select some answer, you can select your opinion. You can take mini breaks during the module if you wish. Although this is a 30 minutes video, as I believe. You may also stop this module any point of time, and if you wish, you can come back and you can resume from the same page so that your learning continues. I want to tell you that this is the basic training module for authorized gas tester. This will not substitute the comprehensive, detailed authorized gas tester. There are many more things what we are not able to tell you in 30 minutes. So the aim and objective is to provide all necessary information regarding gas testing, like hazard identification, performing gas testing, confined space gas testing, and of course the classification of hazardous atmosphere. The objectives are that you should or you will be able to tell or know what is gas testing, the various legal requirements for authorized gas testing, typical gas testing procedures. There are successive steps for gas testing. You will see in these bullet points. Hazards associated with hazardous atmosphere, of course you are going to see. How to plan for gas test, this is very important topic. When we will come on to the relevant PPT, you will see. The confined space entry. Confined space has got different requirement for gas testing. We will see in detail information so that you are benefited. We will see the various type of ventilations, what are important for confined space safety requirement. Classification of hazardous atmosphere you will see, and performing actual gas testing, which I am going to share with you during the session. I have divided the entire programs in the 9 modules, which you are going to see in the successive steps. First and foremost comes to the definition. The definition is very important. Okay guys, so now we are going for the definitions. This is LEL, lower explosive limit. This is always in percentage. You will see the detailed information regarding LEL in the following presentations. ppm, this is parts per million for toxic gas measurement. PEL, this is what is permissible explosive limit, 8 hours per day, 40 hours per week. This is as per the OSHA's definition. This is also called as a TWA or TLV with a different standard. TWA and TLV is a time weighted average for 8 hours as per the ACGIH. IDLH, immediately dangerous to life and health, 30 minutes as per the NIOSH. And of course short-term exposure limit for 15 minutes is called, and you can take or any worker can get exposed 4 times in a shift with 1 hour break or gap. Hazardous atmosphere. I hope you know what is the meaning of hazardous atmosphere, but let me tell you in terms of the definition. Hazardous atmospheres are those atmospheres which contain explosive mixture, flammable mixture, poisonous gas availability, corrosive mixture, oxidizing agents, irritating agents, and of course oxygen deficient place or oxygen enrichment place. So this is about the hazardous atmosphere. Now we are going to define the authorized gas tester. Do you have any idea what is authorized gas tester? A person who undergone training by approved training establishment. He has successfully completed both written and practical covering hazards and properties of toxic gases and flammable gases, methods of testing, use and limitation of testing equipments. AGT can test the presence of flammable vapor, gas, toxic and oxygen deficient atmosphere. So to conclude it, authorized person is the person who has undergone a comprehensive detailed training. Now coming back to what are the legal requirements for AGT. So in India, it is defined as per OMR Chapter 7, Rule 69(3). Hazardous area must be duly examined and found gas-free by a competent person. This is the definition as per OMR. And training content shall be as per Indian Mines Vocational Training Rules 1966 Schedule 8. So this is the legal requirement, or you can say legal suggestion for AGT. Now we need to see elements to be checked. When we are saying the elements to be checked, that means what elements are to be checked by AGT during his job. So he has to check, or she has to check, the explosive risk, that means flammability. He or she has to determine the health risk, that means toxicity. He or she has to determine oxygen level, either deficient or enrichment. So these are the 4 elements what the person has to check. And now if you are going for critical components of gas testing, you will see that there are 5 critical elements for this gas testing. First important point is planning the gas testing activity. Second important task is verifying that all instruments performance meets the expectation as per the required standard. Number 3, precautions and controls needed when gas testing is done. Conducting the gas test is the 4th requirement, and last but not least is interpreting or analyzing the result of the gas test. So there are 5 critical points, 5 critical components of gas testing. Now let us go through one by one. Planning for gas test. Area authority or the owner of area must identify hazardous condition such as point number 1, oxygen deficient or oxygen efficient or enriched place. Number 2, he or she has to see the presence of flammable gas oblique vapor. Number 3, he or she has to see presence of toxic substances such as H2S, carbon monoxide, carbon oxide, carbon dioxide, or many other toxic vapors or substances. As per the company operation, you can decide what are the toxic substances available in your system. Then accordingly you can decide, and accordingly you need to buy the equipments to sense it. Gas testing plan needs to be developed once assessment of substances is done. This is very important point. There are 3 basic elements. First is the type of gases to be used or to be tested. The second, the frequency of testing. How frequent you need to do a testing, or you need to repeat the testing. And the third, which is very important, is the acceptable limit. We need to know that what are the acceptable limit as per the ACGIH or as per the standard or given in the MSDS. This is what you can do. Now, very important thing is atmospheric testing for confined space entry. So here the purpose of atmospheric testing while confined space entries are 4. Principal 4 purpose. First thing is to avoid or to evaluate the hazards of confined space. Second important thing is verify test result with acceptable limits for entry and exit, for hot work, for cold work. Third thing is duration of testing. How long you need to do the measurement as per the response time of the instrument. And the last and very important thing is the frequency of the confined space gas testing. So these are the very important things what we must know. Now if you see the gas tester slide, review manufacturer precautions. These are very important points because each manufacturer has got their specific requirements. So say for example, if you are using an instrument of manufacturer A, and after some time if you buy an instrument of manufacturer B, so you must see what are the precautions mentioned by manufacturer B. The manufacturer's precautions may vary depending on the manufacturer and the type of sensor being used with the gas testing equipment. Because all testing equipments may have different principle of gas testing, may have different kind of sensors. So this is what you need to understand. And the second very important thing is different type of warnings which may apply with the instrument includes like what? One is oxygen deficient or enriched environment may cause wrong LL reading. You must know that if your oxygen is if the area is oxygen deficient or enriched, then it may cause wrong reading of LEL because it may be combustible type of sensor. Point number 2, ensure sufficient battery charge before use. You must ensure that your battery is completely charged, otherwise you are starting the pump for 5 minutes but pump is not efficiently working. Point number 3, only recharge or change batteries in a non-hazardous area. If in case you need to change the battery, you change the battery in the non-hazardous area. Number 4, don't draw liquid in the sampling line. Sometimes it is possible if you wrongly put your sampling pipe inside the liquid line, then your liquid will be sucked and may spoil the sensor. Point number 5, zero the instrument in only clean area. You need to do a calibration before you go in the in the hazardous area to measure the gases. You must zero it, and the zero has to be done in the clean area. And next is if LEL is more than 100, then sampling may provide wrong LEL reading. If it is already 100% plus 100%, then definitely you are not able to get a correct LEL readings. And last but not least is do not remove instrument from its case when in an hazardous environment. So guys, just to summarize, you have understood the precautions what manufacturers are giving. This depends on manufacturer to manufacturer. This point is a very important point, calibration and response testing. All gas detection equipment shall be calibrated in accordance with the manufacturer guideline or local standard requirements. Point number 2, calibration results should be documented and maintained until subsequent calibration. Point number 3, in addition to routine calibration, following shall be done. Number A, the response check of the instrument shall be done. Number B, gas test shall be done before each work shift or each break. Before use of confined space, workplace, if not used for every work shift. So these are the 3 points where you need to do routine calibration. Conduct gas testing. Gas testing, when we do, following point must be ensured by AGT before gas testing. First thing, confirm the gas testing equipment is suitable for the services. Point number 2, ensure the detectors has been calibrated and certificate of verification is available. Point number 3, ensure that battery is fully charged. Point number 4, ensure extension and tubing which may be used for testing are clean and good in condition, or otherwise you will get wrong reading. Point number 4, test the workplace atmosphere for the identified hazard. So the warning is only qualified gas testers are authorized to conduct gas test in the facility. Warning number 2, or you can say note, testing shall be done in a known area and move into work area to be tested. These are to be taken care during conducting a gas test. Now we say confined space entry test. So guys, here the order of testing, what you test first. First and foremost important element is test oxygen. Second element is check flammability or availability of flammable gas in the atmosphere. Third is toxic gases if required or if you feel that. We need to be very point to be noted. Composite gas detector which has the ability to monitor for a number of different gases like oxygen, methane, carbon monoxide are quite common across the industry. However, it is not recommended that they are used as per primary means for the testing of atmosphere in the confined space. Warning number 1. Mostly combustible gas detector will not operate in an inert atmosphere because to work this detector we need oxygen. Oxygen must be present for this detector to work and give reliable result. Warning number 2. Sample shall be taken at least 4 feet distance from the probability of its availability. Warning number 3. If the person required to go in the confined space, a JSA must be carried out to take all appropriate preventive measures. I hope you are able to understand. I am going little fast. The reason is I want to give more information accurately in given point of time. Now, confined space entry test. When we do confined space entry test, the gases to be tested are followings. First gas is oxygen. The range is 19.5 to 21.4%. It should be ideally in this range. Point number 2, hydrocarbon, if any. So percentage should be 0% LEL in case of hot work. For confined space, you can say less than 1%. This may vary from company to company, organization to organization, and legal authority to legal authority, and country to country. And H2S is 5 ppm maximum. There are warning. Although these are the most common substances expected to be found when testing the atmosphere, it should be assumed that these are the only health-threatening contaminants inside the enclosed area. Now, question is correct approach to safe confined space entry. We believe in a technique called as a REC, recognition, evaluation, and control. See, this is the recognition. Recognition means identify all hazards in the confined space, either atmospheric hazard or physical hazard. E for evaluation, confirm the presence of hazards and assess the severity. Point number 3 is a control. Eliminate or minimize the hazard as per ERICPD method. ERICPD method. E for engineering or elimination. R for reduction of the hazard. I for isolation of the hazard. C for controlling. P for PPE, and D is a discipline which comes in the last in the hierarchy of control. So guys, now coming back to the refresh your knowledge regarding hazards of confined space. So what kind of or what type of hazards can be available in the confined space? I would say that there would be 7 hazards of confined space which we must address before we allow anybody to go inside the confined space. I hope you agree with me. First is whether the atmosphere is oxygen deficient. Second point is whether the atmosphere is oxygen enriched. Point number 3, flammable atmosphere. It should be free from flammable or explosive gases. Point number 4 is toxic atmosphere. Point number 5 is extreme temperature. Point number 6 is engulfment hazard, which can engulf you. Point number 7 is noise, wet surface, falling object. So these are the points what we need to understand, what we need to identify when we are allowing anybody to go inside the confined space. This is what we have understood. Now guys, let us go for the top 10 mistakes of confined space. This is very important. We see that most common mistakes during atmospheric test in a workplace. Why I skipped earlier slides? Because I felt that these slides are much more important than before. So guys, these are the 10 major mistakes what we do for confined space testing. First is wrong sensor for wrong job. Second point is no remote sampling equipment. Point number 3, bad zero reference. Point number 4, improper calibration. If you don't do calibration of your instrument, probably you will get wrong reading. Number 5, failure to test the equipment before use. Number 6, no correlation between oxygen and combustible gas reading. Point number 7, test it, then forget it. It is disaster. It is disaster. Point number 8, lack of training. The tester, the authorized gas tester, has undergone for once and then he has never gone. Lack of training. Number 9 is the misinterpretation of the reading. If you have tested with the right instrument at the right time, at the right location, you got the reading, you are not able to understand what is the meaning of this reading. This is a really disaster. And the last but not least, weak internal standard. So this point we need to focus very clearly during our gas testing, during workplace testing. I will not be able to tell you in the detail. The reason is the time constant. So now guys, let us go for the next. Is a combustible atmosphere. Can you give a guess? What do you mean by combustible atmosphere? For 2 seconds, think for, then I will go for this one. Guys, I think this is nothing. You might have seen this triangle. What is the name of this triangle? Can anybody say? This is a fire triangle. You might have seen many times. So fire triangle means there is availability of fuel, availability of air, and then you give a source of ignition. It becomes or it converts into the fire. Gas monitors are absolutely intrinsically safe. So source of ignition is not possible, never possible from the gas monitor side. Now we will understand what is the LEL, what is the UEL, and what is the explosive mixer. This is the, scale of 0 to 100% of the air. Here now we are going to share the example of methane gas for combustion. Usage LO. LO legend is not flammable, not explosive, because it is too lean to burn. Probably there is a methane gas, but this gas is not too much so that it can ignite. The moment LO legend ends, you get red. So red means LEL starts. So that means if you enter in this red zone, that means explosive mixer zone, or which is in between UEL and LEL, this can probably can be explosive. And beyond that UEL, if you see the end point of explosive mixer, red legend, before it comes to the blue, this is the UEL. This is the last point where there is a possibility of burn or ignition or explosion. Beyond that, beyond UEL, the gas is too rich to burn. Probably you may have more methane, but it will not burn. So this is how we understand what is the meaning of LEL and UEL. And LEL, UEL contributes a lot. So atmospheric testing. I think by now you know that what is atmospheric testing. Sample, where to sample, and why to sample. Answer is very simple. When to sample? Sample is to be done at 3 occasions. First thing, prior to entry in the confined space. Second thing is prior to re-entry, and third thing is continuously. This is the answer for when to sample. Question number 2, where to sample in the storage tank. If the tank is vertical, you have to test on the top, you have to sample in the middle, you have to sample in the bottom, so that you have gone across, but it should not exceed more than 4 feet. Why to sample? Sample is very stratification. When you are going to start your job, wets or mix. If you see this tank, then you will understand that there is 3 layers, and in these 3 layers you can see on the top methane. Methane is lighter than air, lighter than carbon monoxide. It comes from the top. If you desire to measure the oxygen, your probe should be at the right methane, then your probe should be at appropriate location. If you want to measure the carbon monoxide, then accordingly you need to insert your probe inside the middle of the tank. If you are measuring the H2S, then you have to insert your probe appropriately to the bottom of the tank so that you can measure this gas. What are the various gases compared? If you see in the left side block, there are gases which are lighter than air. Acetylene, ammonia, carbon monoxide, ethylene, hydrogen cyanide, methane. These gases are lighter than air. On the right side, you can see number of gases which are heavier than air. Argon, butane, carbon dioxide, chlorine, ethane, hexane, hydrogen chloride, and others. So you must know, the characteristics of gas before you go for gas testing. Gentlemen, this is a quiz for you. What is your opinion? Seeing this map, picture, photo, is this man safe? If yes, why? If not, then why? You need to answer. We'll go ahead. Atmosphere testing. Before an employees enter the space, the internal atmosphere shall be tested for following conditions in the given order. The oxygen content must be in the range of 19.5 to 23.5. Combustible gases must be less than 10% allyl. Toxic gases depends on the type of gases. So guys, if you see this slide, what do you think? These are the vertical tanks, right? Where to test, you can see it. This is a single vertical tanks. On the right side, if you see, there are tanks in between the tanks. So the tank is stage 1, stage 2. Then this is how you have to test. You have to ensure that all the corner of the tank is measured. If you see in other tanks, this is how the test is done. The horizontal tank. This is how you have to open the manhole and you have to start the gas testing. This is the example of horizontal tank. One tank is horizontal, then there is another low line horizontal tank. This is how you need to ensure that you miss nothing. Familiarization and operation of ventilation equipment. Ventilation is a very, very important element of the gas testing and confined space entry. Now question is when to do ventilation. Prior to entry and continuous, and second is continuously. Where to ventilate? Horizontal, vertical, and combination. All the locations. Why to ventilate? Improve the air quality so that you can allow your person to go inside the tank. Safely go and safely work and safely return back. Ventilation rule. There are basic principles for ventilation rule. First thing, do a continuous or as required ventilation. Point number 2, air supply must be taken from clean place. Exhausting ventilation must be at higher level. Ventilator must not block exit. Avoid recirculation of the ventilated gas and proper first time. Now guys, classification of hazardous atmosphere. There are zone 0, zone 1, zone 2. So this is the part of a detailed session, and you can understand what are the hazardous atmosphere, what are the hazardous area classification, and the class 0, class 1, and other things. I will not go in the detail. So guys, these are the various type of gas testing equipment. You might have come across this kind of equipment. So with this, I say that there are various things what we need to understand when we do a gas testing, right? Guys, we as IRTC have helped many industries professional to enhance their knowledge, their awareness. Many young graduates from different streams like engineering graduate, science graduate, arts graduate, and commerce graduate has got a job after getting various certificate courses and diploma courses from our site. I hope this program was useful to you. Feel free to share your comments and advice, if any, in the comment box. We regularly upload training programs on different important industrial topics and subjects, which is useful for industrial professionals and students by and large. You may click on the subscription button to receive such kind of regular update in your inbox. You may feel free to forward this link to your friends who may be interested to enhance the knowledge, those who are looking for new jobs, or those who are fresh young graduates who would like to build their career in oil and gas, petrochemical, refineries, fertilizer, chemical, pharmaceutical, steel, process industry, power plant, and other industry. So guys, with this I end. Please do not hesitate to share your comments. This will be the learning for us. So guys, thank you very much. Have a nice day, man. Thank you.